I'm glad Panda's over there having fun. She's doing the hunter thing. Wild dog of the woods. Hey, focus. There we go. Barely see her tail. There at the base of the tree. Alright, we're not here to talk about Panda. Here to talk about my newest dilemma. Huh. So there's a lot of edge hanging off. It's too much edge hanging off. Even if I add a 2x4, makes sense, and then was to mount the gutter system to the 2x4, the lip from the edge of the wood here to the edge of the gutter is still under the lip of the awning, or the piece of the piece of the tin that hangs out. So I have to cut it. All right, I don't think I'm gonna get done today. I know that sounds really crazy, even if I cut all of that off. Does that make sense? I don't think I'm gonna get everything attached and put up. You know? Answer is that sucks. All right, it's enough of the pity party and enough of the whining. Let me get busy and see what I can get done, or not. And I'll talk to you in a few. All right, I think I got it. If not, I'll have to tear the whole thing apart later, but I think I got it. I got 3 pieces of 2x4s here that are long enough to go in between several of the studs. So what it is I'll mount those left, right, and middle. Does that make sense? And then I have 1 long piece of 2x4, it's the only one that was left over from the chicken coop, and the 2 smaller ones right there. That'll take me all the way across, end to end across the roof, 12 feet, and that'll actually put me 4 inches out instead of 2 inches out, which means I'll have a 2-inch overlap for the edge of the tin. I'm not trying to cut the tin from the top of the roof. I don't know if you've ever cut tin. It's easier to cut when it's on the ground, you know? My little ladder, it's just not safe for an old lady to get up there and do that. So anyway, I think that'll work. And I say that because this roof here was the same way. But on this one here, I had a 4x4 that I attached. And you can see it right there. That was the 4x4. Does that make sense? And I attached it to the end. You can see the big old bolts on this side. And then I attached the gutter to the 4x4, which gave me ample room to catch rainwater. Same premise. It's just not going to be solid. Does that make sense? I don't have enough 2x4s to make it solid. So they'll be, you know, left, right, middle, and then a solid front row. So the gutter will attach all the way across, and the stronger 2x4s will hold it in place. Anyway, I think that's going to work. We'll see. Talk to you in a few. All right, this might actually work. Yeah, you can see I've just 2x4s, and they're actually, that's why the blue markings are on them, but they're actually into the studs that hold the whole roof piece in section, or in place. Does that make sense? So, and then what has happened is I got a 2-foot, an 8-foot, and a 2-foot piece of 2x4 that I will put in front of it that spans the entire distance. Does that make sense? And I will drill that 2x4 into these 2x4 pieces. And from there, the gutter will attach to that. So that brings me 4 inches out, and it gives me 2-inch overlap for the rainwater catchment. So it'll work. Now I'll have to be careful, because where the gap is between like that one and that one, and same thing there where the gap is there, becomes a place that wasps might want to, you know, hang out and make a nest. So I'll have to be careful of that, but I think it'll work. So let me keep on keeping on. Talk to you in a few. All right, there it is. Continuous piece of 2x4, so I can attach the gutter. And the craziness is even the tin, if you sit there and look at it, it's really thin at that side. It's kind of thick at that side. The tin's not even. Yeah, even. It's not, yeah, it's just not even. Either the tin's not even or the wall's not even. Madness. So I will probably catch more water off of this side of the roof, guaranteed. I've got full 2 inches plus on this side. This side only gives me about an inch-ish where it overlaps with the gutter. So if the wind's blowing in the wrong direction, I might lose some water off of that corner. Having said that, it's okay. I get plenty of rain out here. You know? So, let me get to hanging the gutter. Talk to you in a few. Alrighty then, fun with arts and crafts. So there's enough wind out here and several large gusts that I cannot put the gutter up by myself. Does that make sense? Not without help. So, got my clamps. There's one there and there's the other there. I've got some string looped around them. And that's got the gutter hanging off of the string right now. And then if you look behind it, you can see it kind of on this side. Up on the 2x4, there's another string line. Now that string line is where my screws need to be screwed in for the gutter. You can see it gets narrow as you go up that way. That's because there is a slight, subtle dip down, so the rain runs from right to left. So it'll go, you know, down the downspout. Alrighty then. So having said that, let me get on and, sorry about that, continue with my arts and crafts. See if I can make it work. Alright, talk to you in a few. Oh my lord, the gutter is up. It's up, it's sound, it's secure. I've got to get the leaf debris stuff across the top. And then I gotta get the support for the downspout, because it makes sense I'm not running it up against the wall. It's just, you know, this is the workshop. It's not even 1/8 of an inch thick. It's just, you know, I'm gonna put up a 2x4 there, or a 4x4 or whatever, and bracket that to the wall, and then bracket that, because you can see it shaking in the wind. Having said that, I am glad I put it up in the wind, even though it was a pain in the butt. There's an extra screw at this end, because the wind had come and it'd shake this end, and it would make the whole thing vibrate, even though I had all the screws in there. And I was like, yep, I'm putting a screw directly through it to the wood. So it doesn't move now, which is awesome. Well, let me go on and get done, because I gotta get that done and get the screen in the tank. There you go, and get the piece that runs from there to there. I haven't even cut that piece yet. It's 10 foot long sitting right here. So let me go on and get done what I need to get done before I lose all my light. So talk to you in a few. Isn't that a pretty bracket? Pipe up and down, it's not moving anywhere. I'll get some plumber's tape. It's got the screws and the little holes in it, so you can cut up the right piece to size. And I'll wrap a piece around the front and then screw that into the wood also. So it's not going anywhere. And all this does is it prevents the wind from making it shake and end up breaking, or, you know, doing something it shouldn't do. All right, talk to you in a few. I know it never shows up on camera, as dark as it is in real life. I have excellent lighting on the phone here, for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm as done as I'm gonna get tonight. And start up here. Bracket's well attached to the wall. The plumber's tape is attached. That makes sense on both sides. So that's not going anywhere. It's not gonna vibrate in the wind. You know, it's not gonna shake anything apart. Coming down to this one, we'll start with the screen, just like I had my other tank. The attachment here that goes to the lid, I undid it, ran it through the loop here. This is just one of those little rice screens. Again, it's awesome. It catches anything that the cover on the gutter misses. Works well on the other tank. This one, I believe, will work well as well. Having said that, I have not used plumber's tape to tape this one down yet. Mostly because I don't, you know, I'm not sure how well it's gonna go yet. Does that make sense? This is its first storm. I gotta check it and see. Specifically because when the dent pops out, does that make sense? It will move this. You know, it'll shift it left or right, or I will need to shift it left or right when the dent pops out. Same thing with the valve here. I've got it closed, so it will fill with water. No water runs out. But this piece of wood here is just slides in and out. It's not touching anything, because when the dent pops out, this should actually shift downward, and it should come to rest on this piece of wood. So that way the valve is supported when this tank here has water in it. So, as far as I'm gonna get tonight, again, I'm leaving this one sealed, because I don't want water to come out here. If it drains up here, and then it's just gonna drain everywhere. Should I actually get 600 gallons? I don't think I will. And hopefully, again, I get enough to get it to pop out. We'll see. Again, having said that, I'm done. It's dark enough. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's dark enough that I need to put stuff away. That way, if the storm were supposed to get tomorrow, which is why I wanted to get this done for rain, if it's a bad storm, all of this stuff is in the workshop, because pipes and stuff, and stuff is light. I don't want it to blow away. Yeah, it's time to clean up. Gotta put stuff away, ladder, tools, gorilla cart, put it away, clean it up, cook some dinner. I ain't even cooked dinner yet. Good Lord. Life is awesome. Having said that, y'all have a wonderful evening. Miss Panda's out there by the truck or by the Jeep going, Mom, let's go. And hopefully there's no broken seam, and this is just, you know, another addition to the awesome homestead. And Panda and I, we'll talk to you later.